What took y'all so long?
What up?
What up?
Whistle Gang Podcast. We here.
Man,
We here. We full turkey. Well, I didn't. Oh, I did have a little bit of turkey, but ham. I had a huge ass steak yesterday too. But we had some birds, some Seahawks last night. A little bit of that.
yes, sir.
I mean, how we feeling this morning?
It was a little dry. Little Seahawk was a little dry last night.
It was a little dry.
A little dry. It wasn't the sweet bird that I thought we were gonna get last night, but I can deal with it anytime it come that way to me. Free. It was free.
It was free 99.
Yeah, they was suspect last night, boy. A whole lot of suspectness last night.
You must be feeling good. You on the hookah 11 a.m.?
Man, I've been on tequila since 8:30. My family don't play.
Shit.
My family don't play about it around here now. One thing about it, you're gonna drink and eat unless you sleep. Oh, and you ain't gonna do much of that. So it's family time right here. We're gonna get it every holiday. Every holiday.
I like to hear that. Yesterday was a good day. It was a nice day. Spent it with some family and friends. Spent the night at P's house watching the game.
Yes, sir.
Eating
Yes, sir.
good, drinking. Oh, it's a good night. It's a good W. 31-13, 49ers.
Hey, look, first of all, you drinking with I don't know how the hell you made it up this morning. God damn.
Well,
that boy's a human fish. You hear me?
He was pouring wine. I was pouring ginger ale. He was pouring wine. I was pouring ginger ale.
You know it had to be something like that. Ain't no way you could make that through that day.
Yeah, man. I had a good time though with family, man. Got that W.
Got that dub.
It wasn't even a W. It was a tail whooping. It was.
MVP.
Come on, man. You going CMC? I heard Brock name today. If you had to choose between your vote, you had one vote. You had to choose between CMC and Brock. Who's the MVP for you?
Damn, right out the gate.
Man, for me, it would have been Brock easy until he threw that that unneeded, unnecessary interception.
Hold on, but we talking the season though. We talking the season.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yesterday. Okay, you talking about?
I ain't say game ball. I said season.
Oh hell yeah, we getting into Brock all day, man. Brock all day. Like he's extending the play. He's making plays happen with his feet. Like he's no pressure. I don't see him under pressure at all. It's like he's so calm out there, bro. Like yeah, it's MVP status right now for Brock.
So, to start the year, I was all over CMC. He was carrying us the whole way. CMC was carrying us through those first 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like on the front. I'm like in first class on the Brock Purdy bandwagon right now, but he's playing out of his mind.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Well, you see how you rejuvenated the wide receiver room. Them boys stand beside Brock. I mean,
I can't front. That's a hard one because CMC is going to end up with. First of all, he's leading the league in total touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to end up with over 2,000 total yards
mm-hmm.
Between receiving and rushing. That's tough.
But in saying that, Brock leading his stats in his categories also first place at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at it like this, right? I really think I think Shanahan got conservative. So the interception, the bad interception. Listen to the press conference last night and hearing Cal say, they kind of was. Getting him some looks that they weren't used to, and had basically seen him into throwing that interception. I thought he got conservative. Them first 2 plays, he was in shotgun. We shifted shotgun both plays. I wasn't. I knew it before it came. I told my family yesterday. I was like, yeah, this don't look good. We finna give it up right here. And they go pick 6 off a tip ball. We didn't look good in the first play when they pinned us deep inside the 5. And the second play showed, and they ended up getting a easy pick 6. But As I told you guys last night, defense gonna run this team. But if I had to choose today, I think CMC has a bigger name. I think he's gonna go 2,000. I think he's gonna go 15 tutties. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for him to do. He's gonna put together a season like LaDainian Tomlinson had. Is you know what I mean? A bunch of tutties, a bunch of rushing yards, a bunch of receptions, maybe 50 catches out the backfield. It's going to be hard to get it away from him, even in Brock, because Brock numbers, he had 209 last night or 190, something crazy like that. He didn't have a 300-yard game. He didn't have a 250-yard game, but, he was efficient as always.
He was 21 of 30 for 209 yards.
Yeah,
one TD, one interception.
Yep. Yeah,
quarterback rating
88.6, something like that.
Yeah, 86.7, QBR 62.3.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it first thing this morning before we got on the show just to prep for. I think McCaffrey's going to have the overall numbers. I think people still going to say that. Again, conversation we had last week. Because Jimmy G got us to the Super Bowl. That's always going to be one of those things that anybody can drive this ship, and that's going to hurt Brock Purdy in the MVP race. And I think CMC, as long as he keep putting up numbers like he's doing right now, CMC will be the MVP. But I think our way to victory is going to be on the shoulders of Brock Purdy.
Brock, right?
Yep.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that.
I think it's still got to be CMC.
Team's gonna find a way to kind of neutralize, on Christian, not hold them, but they're gonna neutralize them. So you still got to fall, all the weight gonna fall on Brock's shoulders to get the other guys involved.
I tell you what, I found a new appreciation for CMC's game yesterday, and this is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, if you see how he hugs his blocks and how he keep the ball inside when it goes stay inside. Elijah Mitchell first run was good, but Elijah got where he wanted to bounce it outside. He got too far away from the block, especially on the screen ball. I think maybe in the third series, I think Elijah got in there. His first run was good, and then after they started trying to get wide, he see McCaffrey get back in there and start to keep it tight to the backs, keep it tight to the blocks, and being able to split a couple. The next time you seen Elijah get back in the game, he took on the same thing. So you see they're coaching each other in the game.
Right.
And they're picking up little things from each other. And then I seen, Elijah start to stay close to the block, staying inside, keeping it inside, squeezing the holes, squeezing the blocks, and creating the blocks. And his run game became better as the game went on. So if he can keep that, being able to watch what Christian does in the plays before he gets in, I think we're going to have something that's crazy in a 1-2 punch over there in the backfield.
Hey, what blew my mind yesterday was just seeing Christian on the sideline bleeding on the arm, bro. They got screwdrivers going to the helmet. He still wanted to get in the game. Like that let me know his heart, bro. Like, and I'm like looking like the Panthers was so stupid to let that guy go, bro.
Yo, thank you, Charlotte.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I agree. I appreciate you, Dean. Appreciate you. Yep.
Appreciate. Thank you, Panthers.
Right.
Clay
made a great point. Clay said that I'm looking at some of the comments. Clay said that Brock is probably the most important, but CMC is the MVP, and I couldn't agree with that statement more. To our success, especially offensive success, I think Brock is the most important person to our offense right now. But CMC is the MVP. I mean, 2 of the touchdowns that CMC scored, especially the run, he should have been lost of 3.
Right.
Ended up being a 17-yard touchdown run. I mean, split one, stayed on, broke a couple tackles, and dove into the end zone. I'm like, my goodness. Like, just plays like that. I know it was a 3-yard loss. It should have been anyway. And he turned it into a 17-yard touchdown run. So those are things that we can't see.
So
K from the Bay. What's up?
Listen, man. I told y'all after and during the 3.
First off, before you even start talking again, I need another apology. Every week from this point on, before you talk on Brock Purdy, I need an apology every time. Before you say, it's like almost say beg your pardon or excuse my French. I need you to lead with an apology about Brock Purdy before you go into your conversation, before you give my man credit. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
I apologize. But but they messed up where I was going.
You got it?
I was telling y'all during and after like the bye week going into the Jacksonville game to relax. That this was common for us to lose 3 games in a row. Well, maybe not in a row, but have a rough start, have a little rough patch. Plenty of factors. Obviously, 1 being some key injuries. 2, potentially Brock hitting a wall, rookie wall, and different things like that. How do y'all feel now about the 3-game losing streak and where we at now? Because I was never concerned. Never. If you go back and look at all, I was never concerned. I was the voice of reason. Maybe not just on this podcast, but I'm talking about just in Nana Empire in general, when everybody was going crazy. I'm like, yo, just relax, chill out. How are y'all feeling now about the 3-game losing streak and where we at now?
Let me go first. I'm gonna say this. I was worried. Like I knew we could get those games out the way, get them behind us, and move forward. But I will say this: with the additions that we made to our defense, it sparked something. And again, we're a defense front team, and I think we're leading by our defense. So they got us back on track. Not the offense. I mean, the offense is great. Don't get me wrong, but our defense actually got us back on track. And I think the run we're gonna have now moving forward behind the defense is gonna get us to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Those 3 games was hard to lose, especially to those teams. Like those are easy wins for us. So yeah, get them out the way, get them behind us, and move forward.
Yeah, I thought the mistakes or the losses that we had earlier were all correctable, right? I thought it was definitely, like as you say, energized by our defense. I mean, there were some things that even though we had shortcomings on offense, I think it was led by our defense not being able to produce or be the top 5 defense or the top 3 defense as we expect them to be. But I knew even going through the losses, one of them goes to Jake Moody himself, your kicker. But
What'd you say?
Yeah. It should be on a 2-game skid, and I don't even know if we go in that skid. But I guess what I'm saying is, when I watched them play, I thought that some of the things that was happening to us in the game were all correctable. I didn't think that we were going through a long slump. I thought the Minnesota game was still a winnable game. Only team that really took it to us was Cincinnati Bengals. That game was out of hand early. We didn't get enough pressure. He got the ball out fast. We weren't able to run. And the defense was just really, really scrappy. But the rest of the stuff I thought was correctable. I knew we'll get out the slump. But what did happen was we got off week. We got some people healthy and got them back. We got Steve Woods to the field, which I thought was it's paying dividends. What people can't see, and then also the addition of Chase Young definitely is a winning moment for us. So it's just like last year when we went on a run last year. The move with Christian McCaffrey coming over was the same thing. I think this has the same level of epic changeover or change of a franchise with the addition of one player, and I think Chase gives that to us.
Right.
It's almost like the same thing too during the Super Bowl year. We went and got whatever the wide receiver name is.
Bolden? Oh no, oh, he played at Denver. Oh my God.
Yeah, we know who we talk about, but we came and got him, a veteran, to come into the locker room with Debo and them since they were so young, and it forever changed that wide receiver room. To this day, I know that Debo is still really close with him, and they talk a lot.
Emmanuel Sanders,
yeah. So that's the same effect, kind of like having Emmanuel Sanders join us during that Super Bowl run.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely think.
Before we get off offense, because I know we're going to defense next, we got to talk about this dot. The dot. The dot. And I refer to it as a dot. We got the catch, now we got the dot.
Yeah.
We got the dot. Did you see the excitement on Brandon Ayuk's face when he had to answer that question in the press conference last night? He's like, that's what we call a dot. Like a dot. Half roll away, throw across, not really across your body, but throwing away from the way you move it and your momentum. Throw one in a 5-yard window. Safety coming down and driving it. I'm talking about, but Kittle's running wide open across the middle of the field. Wide open. And I'll say another one. The quarterback on the right side got lucky last night because that was another touchdown to BA. on the corner route. Well, they ran a smash concept from the other side. BA had a skinny post going to the front pile on the other side, and the DB almost chased the slant by the number one receiver on the quarterback's right, and he just luckily turned around and got his hand on the ball. Luckily, just threw his hands up and it just hit the back of his hand. But that was another 6 easy.
Right, easy. Yeah.
Brock had another 7-8 yards to throw it to the sideline or put some more air up and then let BA just run up on it. But BA, he was throwing it on the line to make sure BA had a chance to catch and run for the score. The DB just got lucky. But I think that the ball last night was a dot. D-O-T, dot.
Dot.
Hey, I'm glad you reminded me of that because that would have up Brock percentage, man. I mean his game stats. So we'll be talking different.
Man, I was trying to
with the whole Christian Brock thing right now.
All right, so let's
hold on. Stay on the dot.
Go ahead. What you saying?
I was trying to pull it up and show it on the screen. I'm playing with the technology in real time. I gotta figure it out when we're not on live. But yo, I sent y'all the pictures in the group text, bro. 4 defenders around, a rope 30 yards down the field for the people who says he throws the ball 2 yards, and they run it 90 yards. Bro, that was a throw. Kyle said, it was one of those. What the? Oh, Kyle, because he's doing things that are obviously in the play design, but it's the 3rd and 4th read. Like Kyle, the offense is designed, as we all know, hit the first read. Like he has it dialed up for you to hit that first read and let the boys do what they do. He doesn't take the first read. For the national media, please, I swear to God, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, if I hear y'all say that dumb shit again about he's just forget the system, he's just getting the ball to the playmakers, that shit is bullshit. That is not what he's doing. He is creating and making stuff happen on the field. If you go back to the first quarter, I want to say maybe this was the first drive, and I think I pointed it out to you, P. He broke containment and was rolling right. He had Juice on the 2-yard hit check down. He could have hit Juice on the 2-yard check down, and Juice would have got another 5-7 yards running the ball. What did he do? No. He threw the ball 20, 30 yards down the field to Kittle. It was an incomplete pass because Kittle couldn't get his feet down, but it's just the fact that he took the shot. Shot. Fast forward, this might be 4th quarter. And same thing, P. We talked about it in real time. He broke containment again. Instead of running the ball, getting 5, 6, 7 yards and sliding or going out of bounds, or maybe I don't remember, but maybe hitting somebody in the flat for a nice small. He threw the ball 30 yards down the field to Juwan for a potential touchdown, and it sailed over his head. But it's the fact that, my man is looking for home run shots. He's not looking for the singles. If we talk of baseball, he's looking straight home runs and triples. He's not taking the singles. And that's what got me excited, because bringing up Trey, my guy, that was the reason why they wanted to move off of Jimmy, because Jimmy wouldn't take these shots. It was that first read, and then Jimmy looked like a deer stuck in headlights after that. And it's the total opposite right now with Purdy. If that first read is not there, if the first read is there, he's probably not taking it. I don't know. But he's only looking for the double, triples, and home runs, it seems like.
Yeah, make it note that Trey couldn't read at all. The first read, second read, third read. Just say that part too. Trey couldn't read a fucking comic book.
I'm not saying that. Okay. I saw Trey on the sideline of the Dallas game. He growing a beard and shit. He's growing a beard and stuff. I love that's my guy. Trey, what up?
Trey just had a big arm. He couldn't make the big throw. He just had a big arm. There's a difference.
I think on low key, Brock got a big arm because either he watching these clips from these reporters and commentary people, just like we do, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong, because he's now going down. Listen, he's running to the flat, going downfield. Not no 10 yards, 5 yards, bro. He's shooting it down the field.
Listen,
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up? Another cameo from K from the Bay. What's going on, love?
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
What's up? I was working and I said, let me hop on real quick.
Oh, that's what Brad been doing.
Happy Thanksgiving.
He's trying to work out the execution of this podcast today. I appreciate you, Brad.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a good one.
Same to you.
We still eating on the same food. It's the same thing. We black folk. We still eat leftovers for the next 2 days. Might
It's going down in a minute.
People last night.
Uppity as hell. All right, let's switch. We got K from the Bay on. Let's go ahead and switch to the defense now. K, we'll start with you first. Listen.
Okay.
Defensively yesterday, what did you see from this defense yesterday? What was most impressive to you about the defense yesterday?
Number 7. Our corners, our secondary.
Absolutely.
Look at her name. Look at her name underneath her name.
Talk about Ward. What did Ward do yesterday that was so impressive for you?
Ward had that's probably the best game I've seen from Mooney Ward or Shabarius. First off, let's talk about. I don't think he had any penalties yesterday, so that's just a win for us. Also, he shut down Metcalf. I mean, just great play. Great shut him down. Balls, the covers, the positioning he was in, knocking passes away. I mean, if he continues to play like that, I mean, I don't really see any team really being able to beat us when Mooney Ward's playing like that. That was one of his best games I think I've ever seen. I'm glad that he got the game ball yesterday after they ap done eating the turkey. He deserved this. I'm gonna give Mooney his props.
But what about the other side?
Lenore?
Nope.
Embry.
Embry
did good. I think that was probably Embry's best game as well. I thought he stepped up yesterday. Steve Wilkes is a defensive back coach, so I think maybe they're starting to really, get in stride, and you can see them improving each game. So I think that's going to be a really good thing for us. Also in terms of our line, I mean, I don't even know where Chase Young was yesterday, and we still had 6 sacks. I mean, I don't see any team being able to compete with us on the line if our defensive line continues to play the way they're playing and our defensive backs play the way they play. I mean, did we even miss Hafunga yesterday? I mean, I hope he gets well, but I mean, he wasn't even needed yesterday.
Brown got toasted just like Hufanga did though in that open field.
Right, so it's a wash.
he missed that tackle. I was like, oh shit, what are we doing?
P, what is your biggest takeaway from yesterday from the defense side? What is your biggest takeaway from yesterday, other than Mooney Ward?
Hey, she jumped in. She jumped in and took it, man. I'm gonna go with Ward. He stopped a big touchdown when the backside help was caught. In field. So I'm surprised he actually went up there and got it and blocked it, bro. But hands down, Ward did his thing, man. Like I was proud of him yesterday, bro.
Me too.
So hands down, like we definitely got the Geno. I think we could have got to him. I was expecting us to put him out the game, actually, because if he hurt, we hunting. You supposed to hunt.
He was hobbling.
We supposed to hunt that whole game.
He was hobbling.
So Ward did his thing.
So I think the D line is eating right now. One of the things that maybe Bosa said, I can't remember, but I think it was Bosa. Obviously, y'all know Bosa don't talk. His press conferences are like mute. He has no personality, the whole nine. And supposedly, I guess the whole room, even though Armstead has like a podcast and stuff like that, maybe in the D-line room, they just don't. It's not a live room. And they said one thing that Chase Young bring, like Chase Young is like on that energy. He on 10 all the time. So they said that room needed that, and that's what he brings to the room. So since he's been there, I think we have 15 sacks or 16 sacks since he's joined. 15, right? Mm-hmm. Well, out of the 15, 12 of them is just sending 4.
Wow.
It's not blitzing, it's just sending 4. So if we can continue to do that, get the sacks with sending 4, it's game over. Now, one of the things, go ahead.
I know we talked earlier about who was going to be the beneficiary of Chase Young coming, and I think it's been Hargrave. I think Hargrave has been able to blow things out of the water, and we're getting the Hargrave we've seen in Philly. We're starting to get that guy that's in his 3rd year, 4th year out of South Carolina State yesterday. And again, because that's Bosa now, I thought, because of Chase. But I thought Chase would probably be the leading sack leader after that. But I'm starting to see Hargrave starting to get a whole bunch of one-on-ones. I haven't seen Armstead really just still hasn't appeared for the Armstead we own and love, but Hargrave is starting to win or be the beneficiary of this defensive line and this rotation right now, really.
Absolutely.
Listen, I think you Armstead as well. I think you just said that. My bad, but like, yeah, I think both inside guys are benefiting. But going back to Hargrave on this one of them Bosa sacks, or was it? I think it was the Hargrave sack actually, or they whatever half sacked it. That was the play. Bosa and Young lined up as the D tackles, standing up over the A gaps, and Hargrave and them was on the outside, and Hargrave beat the left tackle and got to the quarterback.
Yeah,
and I was just rushing 4.
It's gonna be days like that a lot now. I mean, I think that's intimidating. I think having two guys that have multiple moves. I think both of them are big enough to go down in there. I don't think guards are used to seeing that type of speed right over the A gap and right in B gap. So I think that's going to create more and more mismatch issues as the year started to go. Not a whole lot of ringing. I think we was running to the ball. I mean, the only thing I would say if I had to give our defensive line a grade is they're still going to be. There was 2 series in there where we just kept giving up outside containment where they was able to push the ball down.
Yeah.
Real soft.
Like he was in college still. He was back in the West Virginia offense. I didn't like that at all. I think it's just like I think Steve Wilson likes to say they had dirty eyes. I think people had their eyes in the backfield. They seen the other guys get sacks, and everybody was kind of getting out of their rest lanes thinking they could get home. And if we can clean that up, I think we dominate that game. We really, really dominate that game.
One of the things I did hate, and I still continue to hate, is this soft ass coverage towards the end of the game.
I hate it.
Not only that, we were in nickel coverage pretty much majority of the game, and then for whatever reason we went back to the 4-3. We took Ambry off the field, brought Burks in the game, and we was running that cover 3 with the 3 linebackers, and he was roasting that.
Yep,
he was roasting that. I'm like, yo, why are we taking Ambry off the field? Get Burks off the field, put Ambry back in there, Lenore to the slot, Ambry to the outside, and let's go. And press up. I hate. I don't know. I hate that false coverage.
I was talking to my brother about that because I don't like that either. And it seems like we have series and stretches where we do that every game for the most part. And it must be some type of logic there behind that. I was thinking, I don't know if Steve Wilkes is trying to like run the clock out and then hoping that the quarterback will end up making a mistake if he continues to dink and dunk and throw those passes like that. Because I don't understand it either. I mean, I don't understand why we get into that we seem to do that every game at some point in the game, and it's always usually third quarter.
what I've seen in that series as well, they went hurry up, and they was like, we weren't allowed to kind of make our rotations. I did see Bosa and Chase Young just get a little winded during that series, so we couldn't get our substitutions to make it happen. I think that had a lot to do with what they were doing. They figured out, I'm gonna get them on the field. If I get a 1 or 2 runs, I'm gonna keep that rotation from happening, and they got them hurry up and able to have some success because of hurry up. But other than that, I thought we played really well. I think I seen a spotting for Randy Gregory yesterday as well. That's an issue for a long.
Get him some weed. Get him some weed.
Listen, I think when it comes time, I mean, I think we're going to see times where we see Bosa and Chase Young in the middle. We're going to see Randy Gregory and Farrell on the outside, and that's going to be our 4 in our racket package. Like when we're trying to just get up the field, make chaos happen. I think you're going to see those 4 in the field and still fields in that nickel coverage behind them, maybe in the dime package later on.
That'll be hot. That would be hot, but I think they're going to always keep at least Armstead or Hargrave out there in the middle, but I definitely would love to see that, though. Definitely love to see that. Let me ask y'all a question. This is, it's about the game, but kind of a little off topic. Do y'all remember when 31 for the Seahawks, whatever the punt returner, he bobbled the return and we got the turnover? Did it look like he was trying to pick up the ball? It looked like he was like he was shaving points or something. It looked like he dropped the ball, didn't even try to pick it up.
Then nobody wanted it, bro.
Like nobody wanted the ball on the Seahawks. Did y'all not pick up on that?
I did. That was a weird play. Ronnie Bell got the recovery. The rookie, Ronnie Bell.
It looked like he didn't try to pick up the ball.
Yeah,
That's
it was weird.
The same play that we sustained a big injury to Odom. Is that not the same play?
Correct.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
His bicep.
Yeah,
His
boy,
bicep.
that's going to be pricey. But I think it's positions like that where you find the gym for the playoff run, right? You're going to bring somebody from practice squad. We're going to get somebody who's hungry. I think we get a chance to add maybe somebody else to the secondary that may have some vet skills. Again, we keep talking about we maybe need a vet in the DB room in the secondary room. But again, having another one doesn't hurt. A guy that's been to the postseason, know how to take care of his body, understand what it's like, keep the guys out of the club. Huh?
What happened to Brett? What happened to Brett? What happened to Brett? He didn't make it?
You knew that was coming.
You still, man, listen, we're not doing talk right now. I mean, if him having to come back, he knows the culture. I mean, it ain't going to be a hard time for him getting in line, falling in. He understands who the lead dogs are for the 49ers, and I think that may be a great addition. However, I think, this is a chance for somebody who's been to the playoffs. Somebody may have had a ring or two that can kind of, make it talk about the reality of what it feels like to be a world champion. And I think maybe start looking at that. I mean, we have 2 injuries back to back to key people in the secondary on special teams, and this is the time where we can kind of go get a 2 for 1. I think you get a leader, you get an older guy, or a vet leader, somebody that knows the scheme, maybe has played for Cal somewhere else before, and maybe can bring that to even they don't
pay for Wilkes.
That's the game.
What happened to Brett? What happened to Jason Verrett? I thought we were going to bring him on.
They didn't sign him yet. Kyle said that they still plan on signing him, but they didn't sign him yet.
He's not quite ready. I will say, since we're talking about special teams, I don't know, I might have brought this up already. If I can pick one little thing from yesterday, I just need our special teams to do a little bit better with the punt coverage. I feel like teams are getting a little bit too much yardage. We always seem to have that one play. I don't know. We're going to have to fix that. That's a little alarming because somebody's going to run it back.
Or the kick return?
Kickoff.
Kickoff or punt return, yes. Yeah.
The punt coverage is straight. Wisnowski's was all pro.
Or kickoff.
Yeah, Wisnowski's all pro. Pinning their ass.
No, I'm talking about our people that need to cover and tackle. I feel like, they're getting it to the 50, 40-yard line. I just feel like we need to tighten up on that because somebody's going to end up running it back. I'm not talking about the kicker. I'm not talking about what's his name, our punter.
Yeah, Walmart made a great play on the punt inside the 2. He went and got it and pitched it back to running back and down it on the 2 or the 1-yard line. I mean, our punt team is doing fairly well. It's the kickoff. I mean, they may not get the first 3 if they don't get that return for 50. I mean, what we have 3 and outs to start the game off, or maybe 1 first down, or 1 full play.
After the first quarter, it was 148 yards to 0.
Yeah.
0, baby.
That was crazy. Going back to the offense. What?
I just want to shout out Shanahan's daddy, man. Pops on the sideline, and I love that yesterday, man.
Yeah,
all that knowledge on the sideline, baby.
He wasn't on the sideline, but he was
in the box.
He was in the building. He was in the building.
Shit, they say he got an office in the building. What you mean? He got an office in the building. But he was talking to the legend. He was talking to Bill Walsh yesterday. If you can tell, him and Bill Walsh were sitting beside each other talking.
I didn't see Bill Walsh.
Yeah, they sitting right beside each other yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the OG.
So listen, going back to the offense before we get out of here real quick, the end of the game. I loved Elijah Mitchell closing it out. Now, I know a lot of people, some of y'all want to see Jordan Mason, whoever. I don't care. Mm-hmm. As long as it's not CMC, especially after a game like that, he was banged up. Well, not like injured, but he took a pounding yesterday. He's a little guy. I think these are the things, though, that should have been happening since week 1.
Right.
That'll help carry throughout the season to when we get to the playoffs. But I definitely finally love that adjustment. Game is in hand. Put the backups in. They took everybody out the game, actually, except for Brock.
Except for Pretty.
But let them boys eat. But, let's stop giving the ball to McCaffrey. If we up 14, 21 points in the fourth quarter, we should definitely be giving the ball to the backups. Let Elijah, let Mitchell, and all of them boys carry the game and finish.
It was a nice balance. It was a nice balance. Mitchell looked like his old self. It was definitely nice to see him get some runs in. He's looking good.
Before we move on today, let's do game balls. I mean, if it's time, everybody got turkey legs yesterday. Let's see who really paid attention to the game and going deep in their bag. It's game balls. We always go ladies first.
I'm gonna go first. I'm going first, man. I'm light skinned, man.
You're gonna be a gentleman.
I'm light skinned.
You're gonna be a gentleman.
Okay.
You're gonna be
Miss K,
You gonna be
Go ahead, cause
you
we
gonna
gonna have the same pick. Go
you
ahead.
gonna have to start listen.
Go ahead, Miss K. Miss K, you go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I hope I don't take yours, P, but I am going with number 7. I'm giving it to Ward.
Absolutely, exactly.
Ward deserves because he shut the number 1 receiver down yesterday, and I think this might be the first game where he had no penalty. So I'm gonna give it to Ward. So I hope he keeps that up because we're gonna need him with AJ Brown and what's the other guy, Smith, next week. I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but we got a big game coming. So I'm gonna give it to Ward.
Right.
No, we're not ahead of ourselves. It's here right now. Don't
10
get me
days.
hyped up. Don't get me hyped up too
10 days.
early.
Let's go.
All right, we got a game ball for Mooney Ward. What you got, P? P, what you got? Game ball.
I second that. I second that. Ward all day. All day. He shut him down, man. Hey, that was a big job for him too. Because that dude is a monster. So Ward, hands down.
Brad.
The game ball gotta go to McCaffrey.
Okay.
For sure.
He had 19 carries, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 5 catches for 25 yards.
McCaffrey game ball, huh? I'm gonna
Yeah,
go wait.
that's 24 touches and 140 yards.
And 2 tutties.
But we used to that though. We used to saying that game ball go to somebody who stepped up for the night. Like he doing the consistent. I get that, Christian. But like had a great game. Like yeah.
But in the shadow of Christian though, Debo had a good game last night too. Don't get it twisted.
He had like 80 yards.
Debo had 4 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown. Then he had 7 receptions for 79 yards. Like he had a really good game as well.
Good game, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, but CMC for sure is my game ball.
My game ball. I'm going deep in the barrel.
Let's go, Coach.
I'm going super deep in the barrel. Just all the press we got on Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks being able to thug it out yesterday, being able to come, didn't give up a sack at all yesterday. Being a game time decision or questionable still Tuesday, Wednesday, not being able to play last week. Just hearing Cal talk about, how he prepared himself for the game. And, I think having, a line that's played together for a long time and communicate to each other. If you see some of the run schemes and him being able to get to the next level against those linebackers who run just as well as our linebackers do. My game ball goes to Aaron Banks. Yeah, you can't see that the stat sheet at all. But me just watching the game, getting a chance to rewatch the game again this morning, I'm gonna give it to Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks gets my game ball today. One of those, big uglies that's down in the trenches that they don't have a stat line to really talk about how well they played. I'm gonna give it to the big ugly. I'm gonna give it to Aaron Banks.
I like that. I'm glad you did the offensive line because y'all might have talked about this. I actually thought that the offensive line played pretty well yesterday. I think the addition of Feliciano, I know he had the false start, but other than that, I think adding him really makes the difference on our right side. We were even running on the right side a little bit. So I think the offensive line is also improving. So hopefully we'll keep that up as well.
So it's Philly week, y'all.
Let's go.
Just a little preview. We can't do much now. They got to have a turn. They got to tune in later on this week. They got to tune in.
I know, but I've been waiting for this. I might not sleep until I get to Philly. Y'all don't understand. I've been waiting to get to Philly since we lost to Philly.
Are you going to Philly? Oh, that's going to be so fun.
1,000%. I will sacrifice anything. I'm there. I am. Oh my gosh. Listen, Philly. Eagle fans, I'm coming home. I'm coming. Look, oh my gosh.
Well, Brad, T, let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all, after watching the game on Monday night, did Philly look beatable to you?
Yo, we gonna kick Philly ass. Don't ask me those crazy questions. Listen,
they gotta come to the show Thursday, baby. We live Thursday 7:30, baby. They gotta wait Thursday 7:30 to hear this smack talk. Just call them out. Just let everybody know how they can find us, how they can send us comments. If you want to be on the show next week for Thursday, for the Eagles game, if you know an Eagle fan, make sure you tag them. Make sure to let them know where they can find us.
Tell my girl Simone.
Yo. If you see, don't wear green. If I see you in the streets, you got green on, we got beef. This is for anybody in Charlotte, anybody that's on my way to Philly. This is why I'm in Philly. Like it's war. You should have never brought that up.
It's another bird coming.
717 faithfuls, I'm coming. Avery, Hypecast. Let's get together. I'm coming home. You already know what it is. Catch me at the tailgate. I will be heavily involved in Philadelphia events this weekend, starting at Friday night, meet and greet. We'll post and talk about all of that on the preview show, hopefully with Avery from the 717 Faithfuls, Hypecast. But Slingshot, everybody that's going to be in Charlotte's going to be bananas. I think we got a huge announcement coming up probably Monday or so. Shannon, right? Monday? Huge
we'll
announcement.
Thursday. We'll make everybody tune in on Thursday so they can get everything at one time Thursday.
Oh, shit. Gonna make them wait all the way to Thursday?
All the week? Yeah.
What they need to know. We'll talk all the junk on Thursday.
Brad, we gotta get them earlier than that.
Well, whatever. We'll put it up. Brad, I will be sending 100 whistles with you to make sure.
Oh shit! Game over.
Philly is a whistleblower again. Listen, before we pass these whistles out in Philly, let me make sure I make the disclaimer one more time.
Game over.
These are for the stadium walk.
Tailgate party.
Post party. If you get inside Philadelphia Stadium
and blow that whistle,
and you blow this whistle and you get carried out, do not mention my name. You understand? Do not mention my name. These are for hecklers only, right?
Right.
You can't fight. Don't put one of these on. This is the first time that you can fight.
Come find me.
Yeah.
Come find me. I'm gonna be on a million.
These are not to be blown in the middle of the game. They are actually prohibited by the NFL. So please do not blow these in the middle or during the game. These are for the walk to the stadium, the walk leaving the stadium, and any post-party, after-party, or pre-party we do for the 49ers. That's what this whistle is designed for. Please do not blow this whistle in the middle of the game. You will be escorted out of the stadium. That's my disclaimer. Do what you want with it. With that
being said, we out.
Peace.